Majora, Majora, turn on the TV.
Hey,
Turn on the TV. It doesn't
turn on the
matter what
TV.
channel.
What's happening?
Turn on the TV. A second episode is of the podcast.
What?
It's worse.
No.
It's worse. They hit the
Oh
fucking
my
Pentagon.
gosh!
What?
No!
Turn on the
No!
TV.
Oh my
No.
god! I turned on. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
What's that?
No!
What is that? Do you hear that?
What the hell?
Do you hear that?
What?
There's a plane.
There's a plane! Oh my gosh! It's gonna hit us! Hello to all sillies, billies, and all silly billies alike, and welcome to episode 2 of Silly Billies.
Yeah.
Yeah! Woos! We did it!
Yeah.
Yeah! We've reached episode 2. You know, I didn't even think we'd get this far, and thinking we made it to episode 2 made me realize something. You know what that made me realize, Toast?
What?
I think of all the great sequels, the legendary sequels, Spider-Man 2, Shrek 2, the others. All of the greatest movies in those franchises are usually the second movie.
Yes.
You ever think about that? And so this is going to be the second episode, and that's what makes me believe this is going to be the best episode in Silly Billies.
It's going to be peak.
And even if that doesn't end up being the case, I apologize. I take full responsibility for that.
I don't.
You can kindly send me to the guillotine if that ever happens. But
I don't take responsibility.
one thing that I am confident in is that this will be a million times better than the last episode.
We're slightly more organized this time.
Yeah, we're slightly more organized. There's now a little notepad. What was that?
Yeah. We should have like a Google Doc for ideas next time.
True, we should. But for now, we have a little notepad that has all of the topics we're going to be talking about. And if we don't get to those, we'll save that for the next one. We'll try to at least. I like off topic, but I'm using the DuckDuckGo browser, and I love how like for the past 7 days there were 1,800 attempts made to track my personal data, so that's really fun to know.
I use Safari when I'm on my mobile devices, and it's only caught 184. But honestly, I use Google Chrome, but I hate how it's shifted towards AI. And I honestly fucking hate Google AI, and I wish it would just like explode.
The unfortunate truth is that like a lot of search engines are using AI, even things like DuckDuckGo, or I think LibreWolf is one I was using when I was using Linux, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were a Linux user.
I was for a while. And then I realized that there were a lot of softwares that weren't supporting Linux. And I realized, oh no, I really need to use those. And especially the fact that my capture card that's built into my PC requires Windows. So that hurts.
Yeah.
So I had to go back to Windows.
Yeah.
It
happens to the best.
I used Pop OS. It was fun. I will say that it was a pretty fun operating system. So, yeah.
As for the podcast, it has been a month and I'm still working on the same drawing I was last time.
Cool. The same one with Chris.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
I'm not good at finishing my art.
Aren't we all? Speaking of which, I'm currently at the time of this recording. I'm going to be like releasing part 5 of the Deltarune series alongside with the first episode of Silly Billies, so you all will probably already have that in the palm of your hands. I'll probably have like a little compilation of all the times I voiced Spamton, but I'm still working on that.
Please, I need that.
I'm still working on it to this day, and I still need to finish it. I need to like add the little audio samples that Spamton says in his funny dialogue box. But
I I love your Spamton voice. He's so unique compared to the way other people voice him.
Even though I literally take very full inspiration from Gilbert Gottfried and Nifty Table Spamton voice, but that's usually how I imagine
No,
his
but I
voice.
think it's just how your voice sounds. Because, yeah.
Yeah. So, before we continue with this episode, we need to answer one very big question regarding the future of Silly Billies. If there was a song we could pick without risking copyright to make it the Silly Billies theme song, to make it like the song that happens after like a cold open or before an episode begins, what would that song be? What would be fitting for the Silly Billies theme song?
If I had to say, like, if we're talking like non-copyright, then Kevin MacLeod's fucking itty bitty 8-bit song from the YouTube music library is my pick.
You mean the da 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 da?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here, Silly's Billies and Silly Billies alike. That's gonna be the theme song.
Oh wait, no, it's not the itty bitty 8-bit, it's the 8-bit polka song he has. Let me find it. I got that mixed up with 8-bit polka. Let me see. It's called Spasmatica Polka.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, is that it?
Okay, I found it. I found it.
Yep, that's it. That's exactly the one I was thinking of when you mentioned the moment you said Kevin MacLeod. I already had it in my head.
Okay, I think the one in specific was the faster version here. 'Cause for some
Let me
reason
see.
he's got the faster version as a separate upload, which is honestly fair.
Da-da-da-da. These are very different versions.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to figure out which one is, but we might worry about that later. So whichever one you all hear is gonna be, that's it. That's the song.
Yeah.
So we're all having a fun time. We're having a fun dandy do time.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're gonna have to be talking about some bad stuff. Not the really bad stuff that's currently going on in the world right now, but just like the semi-bad stuff that distracts us from the really bad stuff going on. For example, video game pricing.
Video game pricing. It's awful.
Yeah, I can't wait to pay $100 for a Mario Kart game. That's not that I'm over exaggerating, but that's kind of the case for a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
I think it really started to set in a reality where video games were starting to get really expensive. Cause like I was accepting that video games would one day get expensive to the point where it's going to be like over $100 one day. But because when like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X came out, like those video games for those consoles were getting priced at $70 per like main big boy game. But like when I like saw this happening, I was like, you know, it's gonna suck when you waste $70 for like a game that ends up being bad. But I kind of saw this happening from a long mile away when I saw games being priced at $60. But it was like a slow, gradual rise. But then all of a sudden, GTA 6 gets announced. It's like, hey, Rockstar's finally working on this game. Holy crap. But then all of a sudden, we start hearing that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be like $100 base game. And I don't know if that's actually official or if that's people joking. I don't know if that's like an actual official thing. I'm gonna have to actually look up because I will do my own research on.
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm looking it up as well. Okay, so a lot of news sources are saying it could cost $100 base game. It's mainly a rumor, and I think that's why people took it as a joke.
I mean, with how game pricing is going, it could shoot up to maybe 120 for like DLC shit included in base game.
Oh, fuck yeah. I think when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I was excited for what this game was going to be because like we've been waiting a long ass time for this game. And I thought, hey, this is going to be a really big game. There's going to be so much crap in it to do. There's going to be like a big sandbox, you know, like it's going back to Vice City. It's going to be like a big sandbox game where you could like drive over everyone, all that crap. But yeah, I don't think I want to pay $100 for one single video game.
Like, honestly, I don't think that pricing is worth it. It doesn't matter what it comes with. Like, I'm not paying that much. That's why I've gotten more into indie gaming more.
Right, right. Um, I think the I think as this news was like popping up about this rumor over and over again, I started to gain a brand new fear that I never thought I had. And that fear was, what if this game sells really, really well and it starts to set a precedent for other games to start going at that exact price as well?
Oh, I think Nintendo's already set that fucking precedent with their $80 games.
I am getting to that very soon. Don't worry. I'm gonna get on Nintendo's ass very soon. But then I try to be a little bit optimistic. It's like, okay, no game company is gonna be that stupid. No game company could ever be that stupid selling their games for like over $70. You gotta be crazy to do that, right? Right? Guess what happens?
what what happened?
I was really excited for Nintendo Switch 2 because they had games like Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World. And I was like, oh, these games are gonna be so fun to play, and I can't wait to get my hands on the Switch 2. And one thing I noticed is that they don't talk about the pricing of the games. They just talk about the console, $450, okay. You know, like, shit's gonna get bad, you know, with pricing and stuff. You know what? That wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. And then I hear about the pricing listing on the website, and my reality just fucking crumbled from there. I was like, why are you doing this? Why are you selling a game? And I forgot about the fact that, like, you have to have internet even if you buy a physical game. Oh, you just sent me something.
Yeah.
Someone stole a Switch 2 from the factory. I got DMCA once for posting a selfie with a Splatoon t-shirt. This guy's going to the Nintendo torture chamber. Yeah, don't post that. Don't post that if you were able to get your hands on it. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell a soul. Don't take a picture of it. Take it and run.
It's like the stupidest thing to do.
Yeah, don't do that. Like, I feel bad for what's gonna happen for whoever did that, but they're asking for it.
I found a funnier one.
What did you? Oh yeah, the the brazen ball. Okay. Anyway, I lost my train of thought there for a moment, but
we're talking about the pricing.
oh, I was talking about the online. So
Yeah.
I think when I was more focused on the pricing, but what I forgot at that time was the very fact that the physical games are a waste of money. They literally are. Because of the fact that you are paying for a physical game, you're going to be including tax with that. You are paying 10 extra bucks plus tax, and maybe if you're ordering it, you're going to have to pay for the shipping as well. You're wasting a lot more money doing that than you are downloading the game. And even when you get that game, you still have to download it with the Switch 2. Yeah. So if you don't have internet and you think, well, maybe I could just buy the physical game and put it on there. Nope, you don't get to do that anymore, according to Nintendo. You don't get to own your games anymore, all Nintendo is doing right now is just pushing away customers. Yeah, it's just gonna like push for more piracy to happen and more emulation.
It's like how fucking Amazon Prime will like have content become unavailable even if you've downloaded it or paid for it, and they don't refund you for it.
Isn't that also what isn't that what PlayStation does?
I'm not sure. I don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah, Sony was doing that with some of their games that were like download only.
What What the fuck?
Yeah.
I think we gotta kill him.
True. Yeah, so if you don't own a physical game anymore, if we can't get physical games anymore, yeah, we're stuck in a subscription service society, basically, and that's kind of scary. There's probably like some semi terrible stuff to talk about later in this episode, but that's gonna be part of like a giant topic to talk about. But
Woo.
we're now on to the next topic, jobs, where you're going to be talking about work stories that you suggested. All right, let's hear it.
Alright, so I'm gonna do a wholesome one first.
Woo!
It was like 11:45 at night, and me and my manager for the night were getting ready to close up. And we have this very old man call in, and he's like, "My wife is very sick. Are you guys still open for pizza? Because I want to cheer her up a little." And I said, "Yeah, we can make it in 15 minutes as long as you're here by midnight." And he shows up, and he's coughing very hard, so it's obvious that he's sick too. But um he pays for his pizza, and I offer him, "Do you want some water?" And he's like, "No, I don't have enough to pay for that after I paid for the pizza." And not to gas myself up or anything, but I paid for his his water, and he was on his way.
Aw, that was nice.
Yeah, he was very happy. I have not seen him since, though.
Aw. Well, I hope they're doing well. They're doing okay, you know?
Hopefully, yeah. But,
Yeah.
now it's on to the Karen stories.
Oh.
Well, I get like male Karens more often than I do female Karens, which is very interesting.
I don't think like that has anything to do with like being a Karen. I think Karen's just like a mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually can speak for yesterday. Just for context, I am a crybaby. Um, so I was having a pretty good morning, just serving customers at McDonald's, just chilling, doing whatever. And this lady walks in and she asks, "Is the ice cream machine working? I want to get some ice cream for my grandchildren." And I have to tell her no, of course, because the ice cream machine is fucking never working. But and she's like, "Oh, well, can I just get an iced coffee then for myself?" And I go, "Yeah." And then she gets her iced coffee. I send her on her way, and I go outside to deliver a curbside order to a customer, and she's fucking following me through the parking lot, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this lady doing?" She follows me to the car I'm delivering the curbside to, and I'm like, "Do you need something?" And she starts fucking cussing me out. She's like, "You're so useless. You're goddamn useless at your job." And I'm like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I asked for this to be blended." And I'm like, "No, you didn't." And she's like, she's just cussing me out at this point. I couldn't even focus. I was like, "Let's just get you inside so I can get your order fixed." And I go up to my manager and I burst into tears.
Aw.
Uh,
Yeah, that's something. Don't ever tell somebody that they're useless at their job. That's like the worst thing you could do to somebody who's just trying to do their
she didn't
best.
even tell me she wanted it blended until I was out in the parking lot already helping another customer. That's the thing. Like, if I wanted to be mean, I could have. I could have said she looked like she fucking fell in on an ice cream cake because it looked like she had icing all over her face with her fucking makeup. Like, goddamn, lady. What did I do to you? But like, she was so mean, and then my manager went to step in, and she was mean to him too. But I was having a hard time calming down, so he sent me home. And then I had Pizza Hut. Because having two jobs is
I
normalized.
wish it wasn't, but unfortunately is.
I'm
Uh,
tired all the time.
I'm tired,
No,
Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. You keep digging. And then same situation, but at Pizza Hut, I have this guy who wants like ranch or barbecue sauce for his wings to dip in or whatever. And then I asked to see his receipt because I wasn't sure if he had ordered any sauce with his wings. And honestly, I wish we could do the fucking sauces for free, but no, we charge for sauces at Pizza Hut. But he starts getting huffy about it. He's like, I ordered sauces with my wings, and I'm like, okay, can I see your receipt? And he starts cussing me out. My coworker comes up and he starts cussing her out too, and I'm like,
Ooh.
dude. And then I go to grab my manager, and I love her. She's like having a parent to tattle on too. Um, because all I have to do is tell her this guy's being mean, and she'll fucking kick him out. Um, was a very old it was another old man, and he was just being very, very mean. And she kicks him out, and then they left their receipt on their table, so I went to go look at it because I have to clean up the front anyway, since that's my job. And I look at his receipt. You want to know what I didn't see? You want to know what I didn't see?
The sauces?
No, there was jack shit on that receipt other than the pizza and the wings.
Damn.
Like, what are you huffing at me for? Like, his wife was really nice. That's the worst part. She was such a sweetheart to me. And actually, my coworker had that situation earlier today but I was in the back. Like, this guy was fucking pissed as all hell because our stuffed crust meat lovers costs $22.89, and this guy's like, I don't want to pay $22.89. Give it to me cheaper. And I'm like, well, and she's like, well, do you have a coupon?
The
And
workers don't make the price!
exactly, what the fuck do you want us to do? Call corporate if you're so upset. Like, we used to have this Ultimate Hut bundle deal, and that was like Armageddon for us when it fucking came out because it was awful. Like, it was everybody was ordering that fucking deal and nothing else. And we ran out of everything so fast. I love food service. I love food service. I love serving customers. No, but actually, I do enjoy my job at Pizza Hut. It's so good.
I just feel like customers were just having a bad day and they want to feel some superiority. And I feel like they did that on purpose.
Yeah. I mean,
It
earlier,
feels like that.
yeah. Like earlier yesterday, I had a customer who was being super mean, and then I think she felt bad about it because she tipped $2. And mean customers usually never tip. Honestly, most of the time, I really do genuinely enjoy Pizza Hut. It's just fucking McDonald's right now that's kicking my ass because they did not train me properly. I just got thrown right into it.
Yeah.
I am getting my ass kicked. Like,
That's why when I got jobs, I avoided customer service like the plague.
I fucking wish I could avoid customer service, but I like talking to people. I hate to say it, but an office job sounds like fucking heaven compared to what I'm doing.
I don't blame you.
I do have one more, but it's a little shorter. I had this mean customer just start cussing at me on the phone because our delivery driver forgot her wings or some shit. And then I was getting super upset. So the assistant manager steps in and is like, "Can you not yell at my employee?" And she starts cussing him out too. And he hangs up the phone on her.
Okay, so here's something that I do want to say about this specific customer.
Yes.
Doesn't Pizza Hut have that policy where if like it doesn't deliver to your house in time, like it becomes free?
No, we don't do that policy. I actually think
Okay.
they passed a law against that policy in my area because it was causing a lot of traffic accidents.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, I see.
if I'm remembering it right, yeah.
Yeah, customers suck. I guess that's the main takeaway from this section.
I'm having fun.
Ooh.
I mean, hey, my commissions are open. My DMs are open on Twitter and Blue Sky if you guys want to commission me, so I
Wow.
don't have to do food service.
Wow.
Was that too much of a shameless plug?
It's cool.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm trying to think. I do have some stories, some old work stories that I definitely want to get into, but not this episode. Maybe one day, but
Oh,
definitely not stories about my current job. I'm not trying to get in trouble, but
you're good. You're good.
in case this video, but some old work stories about my old job. I got a lot of stories, but not right now. Maybe one day when I get everything in a row, but
You sound like a war veteran.
that's what it felt like at my old job.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we had to go through the snowy Himalayan mountains to go to school.
Real.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we have the final very, very big topic to talk about, and that is YouTubers. Specifically, YouTubers we watched as kids that we grew up with. Either we didn't watch them anymore or we still watch them today. You know, these were channels that we watched when we were kids, and these were channels we either grew up with or channels that didn't quite grow up with us and just kind of died down to obscurity or just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So what do you want to start with? How many like YouTubers you have on your list?
I remember my first YouTube video. I can say that. It was a Smosh video of all things. I can't quite remember what they were doing. I just remember somebody getting the shit beat out of them for some reason.
I wonder which Smosh video that could be. That's very specific, totally.
And then of course, obviously, I grew up with Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. It was mostly the Happy Wheels videos Jacksepticeye was doing. That's all I really remember watching. And then I believe there was what's his face? Hold on. Hold on, I gotta find it. I'm being a little silly right now. Hold on. It was. Fuck, I can't remember. I have a clear picture of who the fuck it is in my mind. I can't think of the name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is there anything that rings any bells?
I'm looking through my subscription list right now because I've had my old YouTube account
That's what I did.
since I was like fucking. I don't know how old I was. Oh. This isn't him, but it's Game Theory. Oh, Soundsmith. I think that's who it is.
Hold on.
Either Soundsmith or
That
Uncle
sounds familiar.
Dane. It's a TF2 tuber.
Oh yeah, the TF2 tubers. The TF tubers.
Yeah. Oh, guys, this is my favorite. This is my favorite child tuber. This one's my favorite.
Wow, you know what my favorite is? Hold on, let me show you my favorite. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
I was technically a teenager when I started watching this dude, but there is also this dude.
Vanos Gaming.
But like if we're talking like before I hit like my teenage years, then maybe Daka, who is another Five Nights at Freddy's YouTuber.
You know, I hear like a lot of people talk about their childhoods, and when it comes to like the old school gameplay videos that everyone remembered talking about, like the multiplayer gameplay videos, everyone talks about Vanos Gaming and Yogscast. I never watched any of them.
I did not grow up with Yogscast. I grew up with Vanos Gaming. And ironically, I can say this now because he was my favorite YouTuber for a couple years until the allegations came out, but my favorite YouTuber
Vanos Gaming?
Nope, it was Minilad.
Okay.
Someone in his crew. God, and the fucking fact that he tried blaming it on his mental health is crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm sad. I have to send my gooch to a minor.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm Jill Hawley from Tally Hall. Don't worry, it's okay if I groom a minor and be extremely racist. There is a probable chance that I have a mental illness, so it's okay to still like my music.
Oh my god. Like, it's actually So fucking crazy. Like, do you remember when the "We Are Number One" from Lazy Town memes were a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched this when it first came out, this fucking thing. And then I joined Discord, and funnily enough, I can say this because it's funny. I am friends with the fucker who made it.
Fuck yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's the guy that makes these. Hold on. There it is.
Oh, that's.
It's Karsten.
Oh!
He's my little buddy guy.
That's. Lore! There's lore!
There's lore.
The lore! The lore of the Silly Billies is
The
expanding.
lore.
It's
expanding.
It's got DLC.
I'd fucking love to get him on one of these calls, but I don't think he'd want to.
If he wants.
Well, my brother wants us to interview him like a proper artist because he likes making music.
On SoundCloud.
Oh, he's on Spotify.
Oh.
He's properly on Spotify. He's one of those silly little guys. You know what? I can say I do have another childhood YouTuber because this person hasn't done anything. We got this person.
Sir Fluff.
Yeah, I fucking loved their animations growing up. Did you have an animation phase?
I had an animation phase. Yes, I did.
Do you remember that fucker who would make the animation critique cringe comps or some shit like that? And just like bully kids off the internet? Because I can't.
Better question. I'll do you one better. Which one?
The one who had the really shitty haircut. But,
Are you talking
like,
about?
He showed his face and he'd be like, "Oh."
Daft Pina?
I actually don't know. Let me see.
Hello, I am Daft Pina. Let's talk about
Well, why
drama.
was the first thing that came up Daft Pina drama? Yeah, it's that fucker, I think.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This is the first playlist then.
There's a really good video on the entire subject of like people like going after the animation storytime community.
Yeah.
I think it was called Broken Criticism. But yeah, I think like it was just a sudden trend for YouTubers to be like, okay, I randomly hate these YouTubers are like making storytime animation videos for no reason. I just hate them as people. And then people were trying to like gaslight the entire internet, and I forget what her name was. I think it was like Speechy or something, but they were gaslighting the entire internet and making her think that she was a terrible person and you shouldn't like her. It got to a point where like a YouTuber was like, hey, I found the school she went to. Like it was going into like actual doxing.
What?
Yeah.
It was Creepshow Art and Emily Artful, I think. I don't know if you heard about that drama because it was a lot more recent. Well, it's not drama. Fucking crime was committed.
I never heard of this. Could you give me like a recap?
So, like, as a summary, Creepshow Art fucking stalked and, well, she didn't try killing her, but she was just like genuinely ruining her life. But she was ruining Emily Artful's life. I think it had to do with her dating Emily Artful's ex, if I remember correctly. The video was like fucking 10 hours long, I can't remember. But it was fucking wild, and after it came out, people were just making fun of Creepshow Art's art style. Let me see if I can find one of those videos.
Yeah, I don't like using Fandom Wiki, but it's like the only one I can find right now.
Okay, this is like a video thing.
Yeah, the channel got terminated as far as I know.
Oh shit.
At least that's what the Fandom Wiki says, and I don't really trust Fandom Wiki that much.
I don't like Fandom Wiki. Fandom Wiki literally is just full of pop-up ads and unconfirmed
Fandom
shit.
Wiki? More like Fandom Yucky.
Fandom PP.
You can't say that on here. We're gonna have to kick you out.
All right.
It's just gonna be me from now on. It's just gonna be me from now on. Okay, we can't have you on here.
It's the
I can't have you on
Majora
here with you saying
show.
that.
No.
Yeah. Come on, go out, go. Get out of here.
Ah, you're stuck with me.
Nope, you gotta get out. You gotta get out. Can't say pee pee on here. No pee pee, no poo poo.
I was gonna ask, can I say
I tried my best to hold in my laughter when I said that.
God damn
I
it.
tried.
Oh my god. There is also this lady I grew up with. She does like art challenges and shit like that now, but she used to be really popular for animation memes. She also,
Oh, I think they're still making stuff.
yeah, I love her shit.
I think I saw one of their recent shorts that was really funny. Hold on. It was like 3 of them I need to find. I gotta send to you because it's so funny.
Dude, I watch her shit on the regular. Like, I'll just scroll through her shorts. It's so crazy.
Hold on. Well, I need to share this specific one with you because this one was really good.
What am I about to see? Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw someone dub over that. Flint and steel.
Flint and steel!
Oh my god, you did that way too well.
That scares me.
I can also say I grew up with Critical.
Kind of the same here. I grew up with Critical's content before he started like being known as the drama tuber who talked about things like the XYZ situation is insane.
I just like his videos where he's fucking reacting to Karens because I think they're funny.
Oh yeah.
I didn't start properly watching them until like a year ago, but I can say maybe Vine Sauce as well.
Oh, Vine saw. I started with Varg Skeletor Joel, and then I started watching good old Vinny Vine Sauce as well.
I'm pretty sure I also started with Joel and then moved on to Vinny Vine Sauce. I do still watch Joel regularly whenever he decides to upload.
And of course, his masterpiece, Super Ghostbusters, is just amazing. One thing I decided to do was something I now regret is I have a playlist for my car.
Oh.
It's called the Serious and Silly playlist, where I just have a bunch of songs that I genuinely like, and then there's a bunch of songs from the Joel Super Ghostbuster album that he
You're
made.
So real for that.
And the funny thing is, I was hanging out with a couple of friends. We were going like downtown for a 1 hour. That was like a 1 hour drive away. I picked up one of my friends, and I realized, oh, those songs are gonna be playing. So yeah.
Hold on, I don't like have a set playlist. I just have a playlist full of shit I like listening to. Hold on, I'm gonna.
You're listening to some fucking bops here and there, and then all of a sudden you hear Joel talking about Grandma has died.
Do the fucking Minecraft sex shit I hear on your fucking Minecraft videos.
Yeah. Also, editors blow us up, which is me. I'm the editor.
Back to the childhood tubers.
Which I am so glad. Having a topic list is a blessing for this series.
Last episode was...
Could you imagine how long this would have gone if we didn't have this? Oh. Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about on the subject of nostalgic YouTubers?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Does that mean it's my cue?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start with a YouTube channel that was kind of like my introduction to YouTube, but I still didn't know what YouTube was as a kid. So this was back like after like the Batman movie The Dark Knight got released, I think like 2008, and a lot of people really liked this movie to the point where there was a channel dedicated to this movie and made a sequel series to this exact movie known as the Joker Blogs.
Yeah.
Where I was introduced to this by a family member of mine because I really liked this movie as a kid. And it's pretty much just a series that takes place of Joker being in Arkham Asylum after the events of the movie. And there is a series 1 and a series 2, and there's also like some bonus episodes that explain what happened after the events of season 1. And season 2 has basically been left discontinued, and the official channel has not said anything about it since, but there are people who worked on the series that said that the episodes have been filmed that conclude the series. They have been filmed and they've possibly been edited, but they have not been released. And the probable reason that we can gather is that Warner Brothers really didn't like this, and there was probably a cease and desist that
Was
happened.
it like proper? Like it did it look real? Is that why they were?
So the actor who plays the Joker in the Joker blog series looks strikingly fucking similar to Heath Ledger's Joker. Like, he was a dead ringer.
Do you have a picture?
I have a picture. Hold on. I have a picture of the channel.
Oh.
I'm gonna find some of the older videos to show what I mean. But like, he looked almost like exactly like hold on.
Oh my
Okay.
God, he
Here it
does.
is. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God.
But anyway, this was a really good fucking series. Like, even if it wasn't official.
That's actually really fucking cool.
The people behind this entire thing worked so hard on it. And it sucks to know. And like the last video was 6 years ago, which was the trailer for like the final like episode or episodes that concluded the series. And it was like they were going to release it for the Dark Knight 10th anniversary, but due to the rumored cease and desist from Warner Brothers, that's not going to happen.
It looks so well loved. That's the worst part about it.
It's so well done. If there's anyone out there who loves fan-made shit, like made out of love, made out of a labor of love, the Joker Blogs is such an amazing tribute to the Dark Knight movies.
If you like the funny Joker baby, go watch it probably.
Yeah, I'd say if you do not want to be sadly disappointed, just watch series 1. Just watch series 1, because you are going to be left on a very disappointing cliffhanger if you watch all the way through, because it is really good. All of it is so good. I love it. I mean, it probably isn't as good as I remembered it being, but because it's obviously aged, probably because like there's probably some quality stuff and but I remember it being so good.
That's how I was with a lot of my childhood tubers, and then I watch their older videos now, and I'm like, why was I ever entertained by this?
Yeah, but I remember so many people like loving this series, and like I look at the comments. I still look at the comments to this very day on the most recent video 6 years ago, teasing like the final episode, and like people are still waiting. People are still waiting patiently for it, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, are you listening to me? Send this to Warner Brothers. Harass the executives of Warner Brothers. I'm not kidding. Do this right now. Send this clip of the video to the Warner Brothers executives. Lift the cease and desist. I'm not kidding. But to be fair, like, this is Warner Brothers we're talking about. They've been shooting themselves in the foot for a very, very long time, and I don't think they're gonna listen, unfortunately.
That means they won't hear about the pipe bomb in their mouth. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
I still look back on this channel and it's just like, it hurts to know this series is never gonna get a conclusion it deserves. But anyway, let's move on to another YouTuber who I remember very fondly of, and I don't think they've uploaded in a very long time. I want to actually see before I actually start talking about this guy.
Who we talking about?
Let me see. A very old channel.
Oh yeah?
Oh, 8 years ago. Oh my god. Super Skarmory. I remember this YouTuber for making a lot of Nintendo DS, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo 3DS like Let's Plays or slash walkthrough videos. And I remember them more for their Let's Play slash walkthroughs of Super Mario 64 DS and New Super Mario Brothers from the Nintendo DS. And let me tell you, that was like the first time I started like watching like a real YouTuber as a kid. That was like my introduction. Listen, I watched like Joker blogs from like family members who showed me those videos. But this YouTuber I watched myself. I was dedicated to because they so the videos were very product of their time for a very good reason, because this was back when like you couldn't get a capture card in your DS or 3DS at the time. So what he would do was just hold the camera right up to the screen of his DS.
Heck yeah.
They're very nostalgic to me. I think they have a Twitch channel. I think
What?
I remember this. Kina of Zeal. I think they're still live. They just live streamed about 10 days ago.
I don't understand why YouTubers will do that, where they'll just stop making content on one platform and move on to another.
I mean, to be fair, like YouTube is like not very forgiving with how like they do the ranking system and the algorithm. So
Yeah, but
and Twitch is kind of like the more views you get, the more views you get. That's kind of like how Twitch is. So like you get more exposure, like you get more people to interact with as you play games on. So I love their videos. There was like a running joke throughout every single Mario video, Let's Play video they did, where they called Mario Ozzy.
oh,
And would try to gaslight the viewers into thinking that Mario's real name was Ozzy. It was really funny.
you know what? One of my favorite tubers just came back recently after being on Twitch for like 3 years. It was Beta 64 because I enjoy behind the scenes.
Beta 64! Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
they're
they're
back!
back. They hold on. It's fucking. They just uploaded like a month ago.
Oh, 3 weeks ago, Mario
Oh,
Wonder.
close enough.
Yeah!
Oh, it was 4 years, or am I just looking at my recommended? Oh, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, that was the early, and then they came back with
Yeah,
Brain
I saw
Age
Brain
for
Age
the
in my
DS.
fucking YouTube notifications, and I was like, "Are you fucking with me right now? Is this an April Fool's joke?" But it wasn't even April.
I'm trying to figure out like other old. I guess I'll start with the old YouTubers that are like didn't get any controversies, but are like just like not uploading anymore, and moved on to bigger and better things. Magma Musin. I'm not sure if you know who that is. Maybe you do.
I feel like I recognize that. That's Magda.
A Minecraft YouTuber who basically did a lot of building tutorials and basically a lot of talk about like updates and how they changed Minecraft and a lot of stuff like that. They made videos for a while, but they stopped a year ago.
Oh, their fucking posts are. Oh, I looked at their posts. There's not even. There's nothing from less than a year ago. But you said that name and I feel like I recognize it, but I don't know why. I maybe I watched.
I used to play a lot of Minecraft Pocket Edition and just like watch their videos on how to build certain things. And if they had items that were still in Pocket Edition at the time, I would try to recreate those builds, and they were really cool.
Yeah,
I think there was like I would try to like recreate like an entire movie theater. Like I think in one of the videos they
oh
did.
god.
It's our
I
oldest video.
tried recreating the Five Nights at Freddy's map in Minecraft.
Haven't we all tried to remake the Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria in
Well,
Minecraft?
the thing
Haven't
is,
we
they
all?
revealed when they were making the VR game, because like that uses 3D mapping, obviously. It doesn't work in real life. That's why you can't build it. That's why the movie
Dang.
one is so different from the fucking thingaling.
I tried to like make my own like pizzeria from Five Nights at Freddy's. and I would like it was basically like a hybrid of like all the main big ones. Well, I guess I'd say like a hybrid of the main two because the third one was just like a horror game, like a horror attraction thing. It was just a hybrid of the first two games. It was basically just like tiled floors, and there was like so like the little vents that they would crawl through. And I tried to make a trampoline, I guess. I don't know. I was trying to like figure out what I would like put in there. I was kind of like doing my own thing as I was making that.
You're
but
so real for that.
yeah. Joshua Mutter, does that sound familiar?
No, I just thought of another tuber, but you can talk about that one first.
You can talk about.
Do you remember Filthy Frank?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do very much.
We need him back.
I mean, Joji's having a. I think Joji's kind of happy with his music career.
He's actually doing pretty well.
It's kind of annoying hearing like his fans like saying, "Oh, bring back Pink Guy, bring back Pink Guy." I know he likes when people come to his concerts with the Pink Guy costume. He's like happy to see people like that. And I get that, but it's like it gets kind of annoying when people are like hating on his music career and telling him to bring back Filthy Frank when he's talked before about how he physically can't do those videos anymore.
Oh, does he have like health issues with it?
When he does the voice, it's like it got really bad, and he's talked before in a privated video that people didn't like for some reason because he was himself. And he talked about how he was having a lot of seizure problems, and it was getting really bad when he did those videos because it was stressing him out a lot. But he still wanted to keep doing those videos. But I think what happened was it was getting really bad to a point where like he physically could not do those videos anymore.
That's so wild. I hope he's doing better with his health now.
I hope so too. Let's see. I haven't checked on Joji in a good while.
Let's hope that pink suit doesn't talk to him like the Green Goblin.
He hasn't really done anything in like 1 to 2 years. His last album was Smithereens. I think.
I mean, Tyler the...
He had some pretty good tracks on that album.
Bad. Tyler the Creator had like a thing where he used to do one album once every 2 years or so.
How long was Nectar then? 4 years ago. Okay, so that was 4 years ago. So I think he's doing like so. It's taken him a while, but you know what? I'm a patient person. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about Joshua Mutter.
Oh yeah, that guy.
If you don't know who Joshua Mutter is, you might soon. Maybe you won't. Maybe you will. But I remember when. So this was back when Minecraft was getting released on like the PlayStation 3, and I heard from the grapevine that exact day that Minecraft was getting a movie from Warner Brothers, and I was like so excited as a kid. I can't wait for like an amazing story. And let me just say, people try to defend this movie saying it's just a kid's movie. I just want to say that was not the movie I wanted as a kid.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I wanted something like a lot more that felt like the soul of Minecraft. It felt the Minecraft movie that we got kind of felt like the same old like schlock that we get for like kids movies.
Honestly, yeah, that's entirely fair. Like, I think it would have been cool but like, I can't fucking talk. Cool to have like a first person view, and it's kind of like a slight horror movie at first when nighttime comes.
There's kind of a video specifically on Joshua Mutter that kind of is like that, but isn't first person. This is called. So when I heard about there was going to be a Minecraft movie being released, and this was like all the way so many years ago. This is how long that movie's been in development. But I watched a certain movie called Minecraftian, a Minecraft movie, and if you got like 2 minutes of extra time, really good short film. I guess I wouldn't call it a short film because it's like 42 minutes, but it's honestly everything I like about Minecraft. There's like a really big like weird take on it, like the backstory for this movie. Like the main villain, it's that kind of doesn't feel like Minecraft, but I feel like it's more grounded to Minecraft than I would say the movie that we got was.
Really?
Yeah. Joshua Mutter would basically spend a lot of his YouTube career making a lot of Minecraft machinima videos, and one of these main ones that made it really big was called Minecraftian, a Minecraft movie. And this video did so well that he started making a series that took place afterwards. I don't want to like spoil much, but it's there's a lot of lore going on in the story that I really loved. And if you have time, I could send the channel to you.
Yeah, sure. Is it a finished series or did it go incomplete?
The series was finished. Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's about
I recognize that
11
icon.
episodes long. And then I think during the anniversary of the Minecraftian movie that he did it was called The Last Minecraftian, a Minecraft movie. It's not really a sequel, it's just its own thing. And that one was done pretty well. Oh. It's not really a movie, it's like 15 to 16 minutes long.
Oh, I see.
I think he became an animator and he started writing like songs.
Honestly, good for him.
Oh no, he's still making videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing 3D animation and he's writing his own songs now. So that's pretty cool. I thought he decided to leave YouTube, but no, he's still doing stuff. That's pretty cool.
He's doing stuff.
I still remember when their YouTube icon used to be like their like old Minecraft skin, where it was just like them in like it was just their character in like a little blue shirt. I remember when it was that, but you know, like a lot has changed.
Should we, when we're done with childhood tubers, should we talk about like our current favorites and why?
Do you want to save that for like another episode?
Yeah, we can do that.
With the next one? Yeah, we should do that.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday. You got work.
Yeah. I guess this other YouTube channel didn't exactly leave YouTube, but they're working on bigger and better things right now, I should say. And they're definitely working on bigger and better things. Are you familiar with Element Animation?
Yes.
Element Animation, I was introduced to them through the Villager News series. And then I started watching Egg's Guide to Minecraft, which never got finished. To be honest, rewatching that series, I don't think the series was really going anywhere. So I can understand why they never went back to it.
Aren't they working with Minecraft now?
Yes, that is what they're doing. They are working on the Minecraft update trailers now.
Yeah.
Every single animation that you've seen officially on the Minecraft YouTube channel, that was done by Element Animation. Ever since the Village and Pillage update trailer.
Hell yeah.
They even got some of their villager news segments into Minecraft Live, and I think earlier before the Village and Pillage update trailer, they also did like a little animation opening for Minecon.
Yeah.
In London.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, they're British.
And of course, they're responsible for the creeper rap that everybody knows and loves.
Which creeper rap?
I'm a creeper, Minecraft Scrim Reaper, blowing up blocks like Al Qaeda.
That fucking rap?
Yes, that one. They worked on that one with Dan Bull.
Well, for some reason, I thought. Well, when I was younger, I thought everybody just fucking made everything by themselves.
I have one major complaint about the Minecraft movie that I felt like was wasted potential extremely.
Yes.
Do you know about the post-credits scene?
I do not. I haven't seen the movie.
Okay, so do you know about like the thing with Jennifer Coolidge and the Green Villager?
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I've seen the post-credit.
The villager gets hit by a car, and then they go on a date, and then the villager's like, when I was hit by her car, it broke the barrier of language because our love was so powerful. That voice actor should have been Dan Lloyd.
It's Matt Berry.
I know it's Matt Berry. He has the distinguished voice, and I love his voice. But I really kind of wish it was Dan Lloyd that voiced the villager in the movie.
Yeah.
You had the one villager that talks, and you're not gonna have Dan Lloyd voice the villager. I think I have one more good YouTuber to talk about, but I got a couple of bad ones to talk about. Well, I guess I have one other YouTuber to talk about, but I'm not sure if they're still making stuff anymore. They're on the weird side of YouTube. Treats for Beast.
Treats for Beast.
Well, their last video was like 9 months ago, but they were the weird side of YouTube. A lot of their old videos are very on par with stuff like Red Pilot's Son.
I'm not sure I know what that is.
They made the Garfield. They started the whole Garfield thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they made that video. But anyway, Treats for Beast is like Red Pilot Son's videos if they were made by a cult.
Yeah, I'm looking at their channel right now. Oh, Who Wants to Gnaw on Human Bones? I've seen that. Now I'm looking up.
I think they also worked on a couple of films that I still have not checked out yet. Maybe one day I will, but who knows?
Looking up Red Pilots or Pilot Red Sun, I guess.
Yeah, they also made Grinch's Ultimatum.
God, Garfield is that old?
How old is Garfield?
12 years.
Oh my gosh! Oh wow!
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I got one other YouTuber that I would say is a good YouTuber, and then there's the other ones that are kind of bad. That I used to watch a lot.
Now, what do we mean by kind of bad? Are we talking like slop, or they got
Con-
outed for something?
controversy after controversy. So,
Oh.
I guess we'll start off a little. So we got two YouTubers here who did some very bad boy stuff. Let's start with someone a little bit softer, a little bit softer, that Mark Lavallo. I used to really love Mark Lavallo's content. There were very small channels. I used to get into their channel because I knew them for being. So do you know about Eddsworld?
Yes.
So there was an Eddsworld fan movie that was being worked on as a big tribute to Eddsworld, and a lot of the people behind, like Tom and Matt, were supporting this movie, and there was like an original voice cast. This was all independently made, all independently animated, all like independently voice acted, all independently scored. This was like a very big beast of a project, and this was started all by Mark Lavallo, a YouTuber. And I didn't even know they were the director of the Eddsworld fan movie, but I found them through a little like anniversary tribute they made for Mario's 30th anniversary, and they composed a lot of like Mario songs together as like a big tribute thing. And I really loved that video, and I started watching their other video content, and then I realized, oh wait, you're the director of that Eddsworld fan movie. That's so cool. And then I started watching their content a lot. I was really excited for this fan movie being worked on. Unfortunately, the channel for the fan movie that later got scrapped was taken over by a Tesla channel bot that was being mined for Bitcoin. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And like that, I think that was the only archive that there was. Hold on, I'm not sure if it's back up or not.
That actually just recently happened to a YouTuber an artist I watch, and I was actually really upset. But she seems to have gotten her channel back, but it's been like a year since she's uploaded.
Yeah, the videos got re-uploaded because it got taken over by that money mining bot account. But anyway,
How does that even happen?
I don't know. Channels get hacked, or like someone finds the password and like just says, oh, I'm gonna just make a bunch of money off of this with live streams and spam. So, but anyway, I was really invested in this project, and then I find out one day that the fan movie got scrapped, and that broke my heart because they had so many plans. I think there was like a live stream of one of the co-directors talking about what was going to happen with the movie. They realized like the movie was never going to get made, so he like talked about like what was going to happen with this fan movie. I'm sure there's like a upload somewhere of that live stream exactly, but nobody really knew what was going on, why the fan movie got scrapped, until one day Mark Lavallo makes a video about how they were talking to a fan through DMs.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think we all know where this is going, but basically there weren't any nudes that got sent, but there was definitely things that like are very, I guess, a bit too inappropriate to talk about, because it talks about like, that kind of stuff. But it's basically
too nasty.
This person like grew up later, and they realized that they were being manipulated into like DMing this stuff, and they decided to finally open up about it, and then Mark got called out for it, and that which explained why the project got canned. And the funny thing is like Mark Cavallo seemed like such a nice dude. It's always the people you don't expect.
Yeah.
Except people like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. I don't think those, or Ethan Nestor. I don't think those guys could do anything wrong.
Ethan Nestor.
Yeah, he could. I don't think
He's
Ethan
good.
Nestor could do anything wrong. He's an innocent boy.
He's a little creature.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw him in a microwave.
I guess I could talk about another YouTuber who also did something bad that I used to watch, Anthpo.
I don't think I recognize that one.
They used to do videos about how they dressed up as Yoshi at high school, and then they would do another one where they were in a Perry the Platypus onesie and go around their school and do funny stuff.
He's still uploading. If this is the guy I'm looking at.
Oh well, he's still uploading. He just did something really bad, and he's not sorry for it. Basically.
Oh, are we talking like minor bad, or did he do something else?
Oh, let's see. Let me find it. I spent 200 days undercover as a furry. The problem is they wanted to expose furries for being like sexual deviants.
What?
He was trying to disguise as being one of them to try to get into like a room party, basically.
That's wild.
Yeah, and basically they had to cut something out because you want to know why they had to cut something out?
Why?
He got called out for it because there were people in that video. There wasn't like anything like explicit shown in that specific part of the party room part of the video, but there were people reaching out to him in that specific part of the video saying like, hey, my privacy is being breached. That was fucked up what you did. Take that down now. And I don't understand like why he went specifically for like furry conventions to go to room parties, because like there are room parties for every other convention. Yeah. I know. Because I went to like Horror Hound, which was like a horror movie convention, and I was in my hotel trying to sleep, and like the floor above me, I heard wild ass shit while I was trying to sleep for the next day.
I was trying to sleep while I was living in a motel once, and I could not because there were teenagers having a fucking party next door doing some nasty shit.
Damn.
Like my bed was apparently up against their bed where the wall is, and my bed shook.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I wish I got revenge by like playing some loud ass metal music or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh god, it would have been funny to dress like a nun or some shit and come out and knock at the door.
I gotta talk about the big piece of shit before we get on to somebody that I actually genuinely like and still watch to this day. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you like my sword, my diamond sword?
Yeah. No.
Do you want to know what Tobuscus did? Would you like to know?
I know what Tobuscus did.
He did some very bad things.
He's still doing some very bad things. He's very active on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was one of those kids who like didn't know anything about like what allegations were. So like I ignored that completely, and I was still watching him for a good while until he like dipped off, and I'm very glad that happened. Because then later on I went back there and I realized, oh wait, this guy did those awful things. And there's like I think like made 2 response videos to that entire thing that like contradict each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of the guys he was in a controversy with also a piece of shit?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't remember if it was him or somebody else, but it was either because like there was this guy that was in trouble for wearing a headdress, like a proper Native American headdress, like with the feathers and everything, and people are like, "Hey, take that off. You're white. What are you doing?" And he's like, it's part of my style. I'm emo or whatever. But like he was dating Tobuscus's ex or some shit. Okay, I'm actually gonna look that up because I don't want to just be spouting out shit.
Right. I didn't ever heard of this, so. But anyway, yeah. He decided to take his career down to the ground, and like, yeah.
Oh, look what's
I don't even think his videos back then were even that good.
look what's new from
I'm gonna say
Tobuscus.
it.
Look what's new from Tobuscus.
Oh, I'm not fucking surprised. Of course he would do that. Very difficult to imagine that this guy was on a fucking Cartoon Network show.
He was on a Cartoon Network?
The Annoying Orange TV show, yeah.
Oh god, I used to be obsessed with that show.
He was Nerval.
Alright, I gotta kill myself.
Hard pill to swallow, I know.
This has to be the dude with the headdress video. I can't remember.
We could like move on to another subject if you like, cause
No, because I'm actually gonna look and see if I can. Okay,
Okay.
we'll look later. We'll look later.
And now we move on to the final YouTube channel that I still watch to this day. He hasn't really left YouTube. Actually, let me see. What was his last upload? He's still making stuff. His last upload was like 4 months ago, so yeah. Peanut Butter Gamer.
I love him. He just had a baby.
Yeah, I heard. It's cool.
He was the only one that survived normal boots.
True. I mean, like, Pro Jared's innocent, but I'm pretty sure, like, he left Normal Boots on his own because he didn't want to get his friends in trouble.
It's a shame that John Tron did what he did because I loved his content.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to put JonTron on here!
Dude, some of the fucking shit he said was actually crazy.
You want to know what's crazy about that? The internet was gaslit into thinking that JonTron didn't actually say those things. His words were twisted.
No, he did.
I was one of those kids who got manipulated. And what I decided to do, something I thought I would never do, is I decided to listen to that video, that original stream where that took place. Oh my god. I don't know how he still has a career and got away with it. Probably because his fan base is like full of kids who don't understand what's going on. But yeah, him denying Irish immigrants and Italian immigrants being mistreated in America. Like, oh my god, you can't, like, just denying American history. Like, ugh.
What the fuck is up with John Tron's Twitter?
Don't go there. That's a biohazard. Then he like makes up a statistic that wealthy blacks commit more crime than poor whites, even though like if you try looking up for that statistic, it doesn't exist anywhere.
I don't know what the fuck he's on about.
Yeah, Peanut Butter Gamer being the one Normal Boots member that actually didn't do anything wrong and was still a part of it till the very end. I think Chatronic also counts because he was a part of Normal Boots before it crashed down.
I don't know who Chatronic is.
Well, that's another story for another time. But anyway,
Oh, okay.
I remember Peanut Butter Gamer for a while. They're old, for his old silly videos. But you want to know one thing that I remember specifically? It wasn't even on his main channel. It was on his gameplay channel. It was the Minecraft Hardcore series. I loved it so much.
Oh.
It was basically, he would just get like a group of his friends together, and each season they would just like have a specific goal in mind, like killing the Ender Dragon or killing the Wither or whatever. And the series would end if they would complete that goal or if everybody died.
Oh, does that mean if like somebody died, they just kept going without them?
That's what the Hardcore series was basically. That's like,
Oh.
that's what Hardcore in Minecraft was. If you died, you're done with that world.
Yeah.
But it was such a fun series to watch. I will say that like the early seasons didn't age well because fucking JonTron's on there, but like seasons 5 to 7, loved them, masterpieces. I don't remember season 4, but I know that I remember them killing the Elder Guardians, which is pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I think season 8 came back on the Normal Boots channel exclusively, and that one sucks for a very good reason. I know, like, I think Chatronic came back for season 8. I think the only OG members that ever came back from Normal Boots Hardcore season 8 was Peanut Butter Gamer, Chatronic, and the Completionist. And which sucks because it literally, I'm just gonna spoil it because it's the Completionist we're talking about. It ends with the Completionist just dying.
I feel like I've heard about it, but I don't know.
Okay, so what was happening? He was doing live streams for like charity live streams for like dementia or Alzheimer's research. And somebody found out that the money was not going to that research, to that charity.
Oh, that fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That's like really fucking shitty.
And of course there was the Pro Jared thing, and then he responded and then showed that, hey, I didn't do this horrible stuff.
Yeah, that's like still so fucking crazy that YouTubers just can be literally anybody.
That's literally what YouTube, it's literally just independent people just doing whatever they want. It could literally be anybody.
Yeah. Like, I remember hearing about this YouTuber in like 2011, 2012 that just like fucking straight up killed somebody. And I think this was on Twitch, not YouTube, but there was a pre-recorded live stream someone, a Twitch streamer used as an alibi.
I remember this, yep.
When his wife got murdered. I don't know how you fake a pre-recorded chat.
I think that's how they found out. I think he was also saying like some foreshadowing stuff about him actually going to actually do it or something.
Oh, that's damning.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of like all I had to talk about for YouTubers. But yeah, very big episode. How long was that? 2 hours long. Hey, that's gonna be a lot longer than the last one.
We're at 2 hours. Oh yeah, I'm like 1 minute away on my recording from hitting 2 hours.
I think it's good to like stop here for tonight, and then we'll just next episode we'll talk about YouTubers that we still watch.
Yeah.
And this one's going to be different because this time the YouTubers we talk about hopefully won't be in any controversy at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the time like the next one's out, they won't be in any hot water. So yeah. Well, until then, Sillies, Billies, and Silly Billies alike, this has been episode 2 of the Silly Billies.
Goodbye, Silly Billies.
Yeah, we don't really don't have a schedule, so it'll just, the next one will be out whenever it's out.
It'll be out whenever you're done editing.
Yeah.
Or whenever I decide to send you my voice lines.
Woo. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. 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 This is a good outro.
All right.
Wait a second. Toast.
Yeah.
The plane. It's back.
No, you can't tell me the fucking plane's.
Oh no! The plane! The plane's coming after